The Irishman, who hasn't fought since losing to Dustin Poirier at UFC 264 in 2021, is no stranger when it comes to clashing with fighters on social media. Former two-division champion Conor McGregor has ended a rivalry with one UFC star, but in typical fashion, quickly opted to start another feud with a current champion in the promotion. In recent years, the Notorious has been involved a few verbal exchanges with former bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley, who has previously admitted that the Irishman played an important role in his career. Suga is widely regarded as one of the biggest stars in the organization and finally struck UFC gold last year, defeating Aljamain Sterling via second-round TKO last year. In the first defense of his belt, O'Malley put in a one-sided performance, defeating Marlon Vera via unanimous decision in what was a striking masterclass from the American. However, the 29-year-old was dominated by Sterling's longtime teammate Merab Dvalishvili last month to lose the bantamweight strap. Despite trading barbs, both O'Malley and McGregor appeared to have ended their bitter feud. "Me and Conor have been going back and forth, here and there or whatever, for a while, but at the end of the day, he played an important role in my career," O'Malley said on a recent episode of the Join the Lobby podcast. "It always will be inspiration to me at some point. Right now, I wouldn't say he necessarily is, but I do think he does want to get back to fighting. I think that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes with Conor than people know or speculate on. I would like to, personally as a fan, see him come back, but also, I hope he's just doing okay." Taking to X on Sunday night, the Irishman seemed to confirm that the beef has been squashed, admitting that he'd like coach Tim Welch to join him out in Ireland. "Sean is a fighting legend. UFC champion and an incredible superstar. I would love to see, and I can set it up fully, himself and his long-time coach, Tim Welch, do a stint in Ireland." The 36-year-old added that just a 4-week run at SBG Ireland under John's coaching would be enough for O'Malley to reclaim his title. "I am telling you he would regain his title," McGregor continued. "He has a shot at regaining it still for sure, but for himself, and also his coach to spend a good month, to begin with, not a long time, but a good solid month under Coach Cav at SBG. They would take heaps of knowledge back with them and onward to regain the gold. I would love to see it." While the Notorious showed his class, it wasn't long before he was back to his usual self. After Ilia Topuria and Bilal Muhammad exchanged words online, McGregor quickly chimed in soon after and shared his thoughts on the welterweight champion. In a deleted post to X, he said, "Love to crush my left hook into Belal's temple and take down the Triple Crown. I'd do it easily, and fast. I'd cave his skull heavy. The hurdles I face getting back to the octagon are just harrowing. I am so sad over my June 29 fight cancellation, to think this bum is now a UFC champion with 0 knockdowns on his resume or whatever is so bad. The UFC's most abysmal 0 revenue generating fight in modern history." McGregor hasn't fought since suffering a defeat to Dustin Poirier back in 2021. He was expected to fight Michael Chandler in his comeback to the UFC, but pulled out of his UFC 303 clash with a broken toe. Speaking to Bloody Elbow at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships event in Marbella last weekend, McGregor suggested he was scheduled to fight Dan Hooker in Saudi Arabia. In a brief exchange, the BKFC shareholder retorted, "February 1, Saudi Arabia." Adding, "Dan Hooker," when asked his opponent,